Welcome back. You're watching Young Turks, India's longest-running show on entrepreneurship. The tech duo of Aakrit, Vaish and Swapan Rajdev have devised what you may call an instant messenger equivalent of Google search. Their innovation, Haptik, is a mobile personal assistant service that aims to solve issues using the messaging channel of communication. Haptik has more than 50,000 users that use the app monthly and has processed 1 million chats to date. Let's take a look at how it's transforming search.
Very often when you're on the go, finding information for products and services can be a difficult proposition. You definitely don't want 10 blue links on that small mobile screen or scramble around to call a company to find the solution. What you need to do is log on to Haptik and simply send a message. Haptik's virtual assistant will respond within 5 minutes to help solve your query. Be it customer support for your bank or information for something you're looking to buy or even flight options for your next trip. A Haptik expert assistant will get it taken care of within minutes, claims Haptik's founders Aakrit, Vaish and Swapan Rajdev. Riding on the messaging wave, Aakrit and Swapan launched Haptik in 2013 with the belief that mobile messaging would become the preferred communication platform in the future. Once installed, the Haptik app will get you help on 200 companies in the space of travel, commerce, shopping, telecom and more.
We have a very exhaustive list of frequently asked questions, right? So FAQs as they call it, which are questions, and then we have scripts for those answers, right? So it's like, okay, this is the question means this is the answer for it, right? So when a question comes in, first we run it through this exhaustive list, right? And if we find an answer, that's like, okay, we have exactly what you need. If not, then we go ahead and we're like, okay, forget just the exhaustive list. What about anytime else has anyone else asked this question, right? So the main power is the data that we have is all the historical conversations that have happened, right? So we try to harness all that data. So be like, okay, was this question answered previously at any point, right? And if it was, we have various different checks to see, oh, was the answer actually the right answer, right? And if it was the right answer, it was, the right way, what we do is, okay, we find that, okay, this is what the suggested answer should be. Now, all this within, we try to keep it in a few milliseconds, right? So when a message comes in, we'll run it through all this, and then there's an expert sitting at the other end, on our chat tool. The minute a message comes in, they actually automatically get a suggestion for that question.
Haptik also has a cards messaging feature which lets its team of 125 experts send notifications using images. These can be used by companies to send product updates, announcements and offers to their target audience. Available for free on iOS and Android, Haptik was handpicked by Google as one of the essential apps for Android and was the only Indian company in the Productivity Apps 2014 collection. But starting up wasn't easy.
The first year of a startup is the weirdest because not only are you not making money, but you're putting money in. So it's a double-edged sword where basically your salary, not only is your salary already stopped, right? But your dad is now, whatever savings or there is now going back in. So I think, and during that time frame, I think if you don't see results, if you don't see progress, it can get very demotivating as founders. So I think the biggest challenge that we found in the first year was to keep ourselves motivated, right? As we went through one challenge after the other, something breaking, something not working, someone coming on board, someone not coming on board. Every single day, month as it passed by, to truly be like, okay, look, this is what we are in for, this is what we're going to do. I think that for us was one of the bigger challenges.
Having grown 10x in the past 6 months, the venture has devised 3 revenue models for itself. First, brands like Freecharge and Swipe Telecom plug in to use Haptik as a customer support engagement channel for their users. Second, assisted transactions where Haptik makes a commission of 4 to 10% on everything a user buys on recommendations of Haptik assistants. And lastly, Haptik is building an SDK that will allow its partners to add the Haptik experience within their own application.
Only sole focus today remains that, look, every person using Haptik, how do they have an unbelievably magical experience, right? And they keep coming back and repeatedly using it. So in that terms, our target is by the end of this year to get to 1 million sort of active users from the 50,000, 20 times, right? Where 1 million users are now using it every month to come back and use the app. From a financial revenue standpoint, that's sort of secondary right now, because like any typical consumer intent product, we really need to get the user value right, make sure people are using it. Whatever revenue comes, it will come as part of the things that we're doing, but that is not a mandate. There is no rush to break even or turn profitable right now. So real rush is that, look, those numbers on the engagement side, on the user side, need to keep going up.
As of now, there is no rush to turn profitable, and the duo is playing with new ideas. A deeper integration with brands and opening up new monetization channels like alerts and targeted offers is on the cards. Having already raised $1.2 million from angels and Kalari Capital, Aakrit and Swapan are now looking to raise funds to take the venture to the next level by scaling up their artificial intelligence technology.
Aakrit and Swapan here is wishing you all the very best. Before we go, as part of our annual celebrations, we're gearing up for our Young Turks Conclave 2015. This year, we're also hosting a special Young Turks mentoring session where you can get a chance to speak one-on-one with India's leading entrepreneurs and investors. Registrations are open for the event. All you need to do is log on to our website, youngturks.in.com. With that, it's a wrap on this week's edition of Young Turks. Tell us what you thought of our show by writing into us, youngturks@network18online.com. That's our email address. You can also Facebook us or tweet me. My Twitter handle is @ShireenBhan. Till then, from the entire team, goodbye and many thanks for watching.